Smooth.
Hey, B.
Yeah.
Welcome to the live.
Hi, Mom.
Welcome to the live.
Yeah.
Nobody's favorite. Nobody's favorite.
Yeah.
To the live.
Turn
Up in
up.
the spaz.
Yeah.
I'm in the spaz.
Yeah.
Put in the bag.
Yeah.
Last place. I'm in the spaz. Put in the bag.
Yeah.
Take off. Now go on in, y'all. We just having fun tonight. Come
Okay.
on in.
Okay.
Come on. Okay.
Nobody favorite. I ain't playing. I ain't saying you don't got to like me, but you got to respect me. Boy, I got these checks like Nike, and you know I don't play around. Okay, lay it down, go to bed. I overhead, I be giving you the view, showing you it's so true. And you know I'm with my crew. Where's all up in the building? How you gonna do? Make it all up the children. We having live discussion, but we gonna talk tonight. But we gonna show you how we do it. This is alright. Nobody favorite. That's that podcast. If you checking us out, no gotta dash.
Gotta dash. Gotta spaz.
Hey.
Zip and slide.
Yeah.
Hold the beat.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson with the glove. I bring the smoker, man. Mr. Smooth, you can't even check me, man. We make them changes like Nike. Get the bag, you check me. Come on in,
Come on
check
in.
me. Come on, get the conversation going. Come on in.
Turn up. I turn up, burn up.
Uh-huh.
And I show you how we do it from the corner. I'm a real dude with real ways, and I don't play. That's each and every day. I turn the page in the good book. I got these boys looking shook, niggas shook. I don't play around. I just say I'm the king, so I wear my crown. I'm the king in the jungle. Yeah, we gonna rumble. Friday night discussion. We gonna fumble. Keep on going. I'm Reverend Ron up in the building, and you keep on showing. Turn up. Hey, turn up. Hey, how y'all doing after the night? We just having fun, man.
Having fun. How y'all doing?
If y'all don't know, that's what we do on Friday night. 8:30 every Friday. If y'all bored, y'all have nothing to do, just come and check in. Just conversate with the conversation. I am Reverend Ron, aka 50, from 704 Charlotte, North Carolina. I got my fan with me. I got my homie with me. Tell them who you is.
How y'all doing? Quez, aka Mr. Smooth, in the building.
Hey. But how was your week, man?
I mean, it was pretty good.
Yeah, that was dope.
Smooth.
Yeah, I had a good week. We had a conversation. We was talking like, how do you know if somebody good for you in a relationship, or how do you know if they're right for you? Like, 'cause I feel like a lot of times people go by people how they look.
Yeah.
And like what they say on Facebook, but that always don't go right for a person. And I think that as dudes and women, like I feel like we judge people by what we see on the outside, and we don't never judge them by how their heart is. So what you think about that, bro? What you think?
I think, well, is that something to look for, early signs into like in the beginning of the relationship?
Ask them so they can.
Yeah, you're right. Is that the signs shown in the beginning of the relationship, or do you have to get to know that person and they finally come out at the end and really show you things? Because it can work either way, man. A lot of people wait to the end though to really show the true colors,
bro. And that's the crazy. That's the crazy thing. I feel like a lot of times it ain't them showing their true colors. It's like we wait so long to really hear who they really are.
Right.
Because most people tell you that how grimy, how dirty they are, as a person if you listen to them.
Right.
But we also always want to be in love with somebody so much that we'll ignore the red flags. I feel like, man, a person can say how much they like you, but they don't necessarily mean how much they care about you, how much they go be on your side for you. Right. Somebody can like you so much, but until you're not doing what they want you to do. Right. And sometimes, if you're doing what you're supposed to do for yourself and it's not benefiting them, it's not enough. So I don't know, man. I feel like it's crazy around here. Like, how do we figure it out? Anybody in the chat, how do we figure it out? Like,
to myself, man, I mean, you do. People give you early signs, but I feel like a lot of people get too comfortable in this situation where they feel like if at the end they start this real, like I said, I mean, they in the beginning they already show you what they really are. Yeah. I mean, you know what that person about. But to me, you put yourself in that situation, you try to look past it like, well, I give that person a chance. Maybe that's not really her. Maybe that's not really him. So you try to at least give people a chance. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, a lot of people say now, well, you ain't never give me a chance. You ain't never really give me a chance. Like, I mean, why do I have to give you a chance? You know what I'm saying?
With that chance, what I'm going to say is, as people, we got to start giving people a 30-day rule. And we got to, in them 30 days, we should try to get to know a person if you feel like that you want to be on their level with them. And I feel like we move so fast that we skip so many levels until you get really with this person, and then you skipped all them levels when you could have stopped yourself from even being with this person that you don't even know nothing about because they done lied to you about certain things, or you just, or they you could have found out that they really not a good person. And I feel like we so in love with the outside. Oh, she wouldn't ever do me dirty. He wouldn't ever do me dirty. At the end of the day, if a person if a person is a bad person, they go stay a bad person unless they want to change on their own. Right. What up, Terry?
That's true, man. And like I said, we human, bro. I understand nobody's not gonna be perfect. That's one thing I don't look for, is nobody to be perfect. No such thing as a perfect person. But it's to a point that like okay, now it's opening our eyes with a lot of stuff. But like I said, we try to look past that. You know, I was blind with a lot of stuff, man, and try to look past for it. But I like, well, maybe I give it a chance. But like knowing me, bro, I kind of figured things out. So
what'd you figure out?
I mean, after a while, bro, you start to see, man. It's like sometimes I be like, you be thinking that person right for you, be like, nah, ain't she ain't right.
I hear you.
It just certain things, bro. Like it stuff be adding up, bro. Like it's just be like, yo, nah, this person ain't right for me, bro.
Terry said he perfect, whatever, bro. But listen to this, bro.
That dude funny.
Listen to this. So what if we're giving a lot of energy to people that we don't even supposed to be around, and we're cutting off people that we should be around just because we don't put in a boundary where. In the 30 days of meeting people, because a lot of people would be with somebody because they're easier to deal with instead of somebody that's got boundaries and they're more difficult to deal with. At the same time, and I think that's a big problem.
Wait, let me ask you a question. What about when a person? How do you feel when a person tell you, "Well, I've been single for 5 years, or 6, 7, 18, well, you know, et cetera, et cetera." Like, how you feel about that? Do you feel like there's something wrong with that person?
Like, I feel like if you're a person, make your standards and stand on them. But if your standards is so high where you can't live up to them standards, then you're gonna be single for a long time. And sometimes people can say they were single for 5 or 6 years, and in them 5 or 6 years they were dealing with somebody. Hey, if they was. Unless they were locked up in jail, I can't really say that. Yeah. Like a lot of people, see, I don't kind of rocking with that because like you was single, you didn't talk to nobody,
exactly.
And people don't count them as relationships, but you go through stuff with people you just talking to too, right. And then if you can't get yourself into a relationship, or you got a certain type of way that you feel about somebody, and you didn't want to jump into a relationship, I respect that.
Right.
But don't count them out either. Terry said, yo, start seeing their flaws, they magnify. And people want the connection. People with no boundary provide a false connection. You enjoy it all first, but you pay for it eventually. True facts. Terry speaking over there. Okay. Miss Hatcher said, I had a guy tell me tonight that I'm trying to control things because I won't be his sex toy, but I thought I was letting him know I had self-respect and standard. And keep your
that's respect.
Keep your self-respect and standards, because at the end of the day, if you don't respect yourself, then nobody else will respect you. But man, these things right here is like people like they want you to do what they want you to do, and at the end of the day, bro, they'll try to control everything about you. If you just jump and do anything that anybody wants you to do, then they feel like, oh, you a rag dog. I'll be able to run all over them and tell them, and then you won't have your own voice, because now you having your back against the wall. Like every time you're trying to talk to them and you're trying to tell, oh, but it's you.
Yeah.
No, you got to stand up for yourself. If you don't stand up for yourself before you get into it, bro, you'll be mopped all over the floor. Yeah. And man, I don't know. It's crazy. Terry said people always try to tell you who to be. Man, that's big facts. And my thing is, how I just met you. I done made it to how many years I done made it.
Right.
How you will tell me how to be me.
Right.
I'm like, I just met you. Like, why you can't be you and let me be me?
Exactly.
And if I got boundaries, you respect them.
Right.
And a lot of times, it's like the world we living in, a lot of times people don't have boundaries. People always been getting their way. And then when their way don't get, they cut people off.
Yeah.
So, and then it's like they'll do you the same way. They'll cut you off. So you can do everything in the world for them, and they'll cut you off. So you gotta make sure when you set boundaries, you set boundaries with a person that respects your boundaries. And if you don't, you need to walk away, because you ain't gonna do nothing but have a headache, and you're going to pay for it. You're going to pay for it.
Right.
If you're losing sleep,
stress,
money, anything, your hair falling out, whatever.
God almighty.
Yeah.
Your hair turning gray.
Yeah. And I had a homeboy. His hair started turning gray at 21 because he had a girlfriend that was stressing him out. And I'm talking about stressing them out. I'm talking about he went bald at 25. And it's like, bro, we gotta like pay attention to like what do we think that's a good person, and then we gotta apply that to our life and be that good person that we want. You can't say, oh, I want a person a certain type of way, and they don't, and you ain't the same way. Especially if you're already ugly. Oh, Terry cut up tonight, but yeah, hey, but it's like. What type of things do you look for into like you feel like somebody's a good person, like cause it's hard to figure out like if somebody's really a good person though.
I can't really man, I mean the first thing, man, first of all, what is our relationship with our parents? A mother.
That's a big one.
You know what I'm saying? That's something I have to figure out. Like, what is our relationship with our mother? What is our relationship with our father? How she carry herself? Goals and achievements and stuff like that. Independency. I want to know how if she that strong black woman. Like when stuff may get down in and out. Everybody go through stuff, especially the black women sisters. They go, stuck and be in and out with them, but they still holding on. And some people fold, man. There's a lot of girls that fold, and like it's not just for women, but us men too, as we can fold too. But it's just, man, it's like I said, relationship with the parents or how they carry themselves.
Miss Hatcher said how they carry themselves. How do she treat her children?
Yeah, if she got kids, yeah, definitely.
That's a real big one, like because. At the end of the day, bro, if y'all have kids or if you have kids, she gonna treat your kids the same way she treats her kids.
Right.
And if she don't treat her kids right, then how you expect her to raise your kids or how,
Exactly.
And that's the same thing with guys. Like we gotta understand, like, bruh, if he out here reckless and smoking and drinking and beating up people, he could be reckless and beat you up. Like
Exactly.
Like the way people treat other people is probably going to be the way they treat you, and the type of relationships they have with their family, they probably going to have the same type of relationships with you. And like also like you want somebody that listen.
Right.
Listen, and not just to listen to have just to say something.
Right.
Listen and try to fix something. Not
there
listen.
You go.
Not listen to come back and argue and
there you
everybody
go.
be wrong.
That's
like,
what I'm talking about.
Who wants to argue about the littlest things? Like like sometimes just if I feel a certain type of way, care about how I feel. I should do the same thing, but it's like people be crazy, man.
And another thing too, like and some females may say you should know me in a certain time period. You should know me when I'm mad or what I'm going through.
But that right there, I feel like if any ladies listen to that, like at the end of the day, people change. It's nothing I know about what you're thinking in your head.
Right.
So like, if anytime that you're in a situation, you have to tell the other person. It's not me.
Right.
It's not me. If I feel a certain type of way because of the situation, I should be able to tell you.
Right.
And you should be able to listen. It's not. I can't read your mind, and I don't know why some women or even any dudes think that way. Like why would I think? Why would I even know what you're thinking? Yeah. I'm not a psychic unless you wrote it down or unless you told me.
Right.
Miss Hatcher said, when you argue, do she clean up or go cheat? I clean the whole house. Okay.
Hey, she do that. That's on man. Y'all don't mind.
Yeah, I'm about to argue with y'all all the time because it's house dirty. But okay. And Terry said his list is trustworthy, modest, peaceful, hardworking, compassionate, respectful, submissive to authority, laugh out loud, content, wise. Oh, that's dope. That's dope. That's big facts. I like that. One of the things that I like about Terry's is peaceful. You don't want to have a house full of drunk. Hey,
no man don't want to come to that, bro.
Listen to this. Cause how simple a man is, and we come home and we always argue at the house, then we start to associate their home with drama.
Yeah. And
then we don't want to come home. So we want our house should be a peaceful rest haven for us.
Exactly.
So, like if you always go somewhere and every time you go to that place, it's a bad place, or every time you go to Food Line, you get beat up. You're not gonna want to go to Food Line because every time you associate with Food Line, you get beat up. So that's the same thing at home. Like we don't want to associate our home with this drama. A bunch of arguing and everything, because then we start to associate that. Like every time I come home, maybe y'all ladies might not understand that because y'all trying to get something through to us. But every time we come home, it's an argument about stuff. And if she lets stuff go, like some stuff don't even be that big enough to argue about. It's out. We gotta learn to try to keep our mouth closed sometimes. Like everything is not an argument. Everything is, if you doing your thing, do your thing. I shouldn't. It's like it's a controlling situation when you gotta say something about everything somebody do.
Well, especially if they, because they're emotional, they start crying and argue with you. Like you don't understand me, alright?
Well. When I know emotions though, women have emotions. They like, but we have emotions that we use our emotions a different way, and I understand. Like if you hurt somebody or if they pass and something triggered them to what happened in their past, they might cry, they might certain things. So we also as people, we got to learn each other, and I feel like people don't want to learn each other. So it's like, oh, I'm gonna be with him, but he don't need to know nothing about nothing that happened in my past. So So if he don't know how to deal with you, or if she don't know how to deal with you, if
Right.
they don't even know what you've been through.
Exactly.
And then if they listen to you, maybe some of the stuff that you went through, and you might see it again in your head, because that's, we associate things that we see before. We might be like, they might can help us with certain stuff, or they might avoid trying to do certain things that bother us. I feel like I don't know, man. I feel like we just gotta pay attention more to people attitudes towards life.
Yeah.
People goals, what they want, and listen to their words.
Right.
And when you hear something that don't sound right when you first meet them, put on your track shoes and run. Go get your Air Max 95s and take off. Outfit it and take off. Because when I tell you, if a person say they did somebody dirty, and they brag about it, guess what? They'll be bragging about how they gonna do you dirty the same way.
Or even like the same situation, or like, you explain your situation, she may be like, well, it was my fault. I messed up.
But that's
now
good.
I changed.
But if she can admit that she did wrong,
yeah,
bro, that is big. Most people, listen, bro. A person,
you're right though.
Bro, listen. Right. A person that do you wrong would never admit that they did you wrong. They will blame you,
right? And
it's always your fault. They never did nothing wrong.
Right.
So if she did that, I will kudos. I give her big props. Big fact. Miss Hatcher said, so true. When they mad at the world, leave them where they are. Big facts, man. It's like a lot of times we just don't. We so amazed of what somebody tell us.
Yeah.
But what they show us is totally different, and we'll just ride with it. And I'm like, bro, we just can't do it no more. Bro, if you want a healthy life, man, when somebody ain't right with God and everything else, bro, they will let anything use them to turn it against you. Bro, you better pay attention and keep it moving,
man. It says if she can be wrong. I'm still. That's what I'm saying though. Like I was like hesitant with it. You know what I'm saying? Like
bro.
I didn't. I'm like, man, shit, admit it. I'm like, hey, now I'm looking at you. My eyes all big, like.
But look at this though. if you did something in your old relationship that you felt like it was wrong, and you admit to it, and you know that it's wrong, then you know that you wouldn't do it again. Simple conversation. Now, if she saying she stabbed him, and she know it's wrong, that's a little bit different. But if it's a conversation of like, I was mad at him, so I went to my mom. I know that was wrong. I know that was wrong, but I needed to get away from the situation. It depends on the conversation.
I ain't gonna go to my mama's house.
Yeah, actions. Patty said actions speak everything, words don't. And I feel like what we was taught as a culture, we was taught to listen to people. Like because everything, we listen to music, and we think the rappers is really like that. And he really ain't like that. His name is not Gun Him Down Johnny. His name is Frank. Frank Johnson, and he used to get beat up in school. But we listen to the words and we think he's so gangster. Or the rapper, his name is Levi, and he talking about all the drugs that he had. Right? He had so much drugs in the world. But when you really meet, or when you really know his background, he never sold no drugs in the world. Because we're listening to words. And we're not listening to actions. We're not seeing the action of what they're doing.
Right.
That's what we've been taught. This is to listen. And that's why we act the way we act. Because we just listening to them. And now we defending ourselves from a person that's bad because you just listen to their words instead you're not looking at their action. Because when you get pulled down in that rabbit hole, now you're trying to defend yourself.
Exactly.
You're right. I don't know. But, what y'all think, though? What y'all think?
Yeah, I want to hear a little bit more. So we got 5 more minutes. I want to hear a little bit more. Like, what's your opinion on things? Like,
on what things?
I'm trying to think of some how else you should read a person like know they ain't good for you.
But how do you? It's hard. Do you bring? I feel like when you meet people, you need to bring them around your friends.
Or bring them around your mama.
My mama like anybody. So yeah, but your friends really, your friends. And I feel like a person that be hiding and they'll
Your friends? What type of friends?
I'm talking about your
right?
true friends. Like, and you see if they, you see how they treat your friends. Cause your friends is probably gonna be the ones you gonna be around a lot. Your family. Mm-hmm. I feel like I think you should.
I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot of girls. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot. Like my homeboys, they bring a girl. I'm like, yeah, she right, bro. Yeah, that's the one for you. He'll be the one for you, bro.
You gonna tell him?
He'll be like, man, that was the wrong one. I'm like, dang, my bad, bro. I thought I was right on this one.
Terry said, do they encourage you to be who you are, who you want to be? Oh, that's a good one. What if they encourage you to be who they want you to be? Cause that's what I feel like a lot of people do. Do you feel like they like you for you?
That's the thing.
Miss Patty said, admitting that you are wrong is healing for yourself. I never met anybody that died from admitting that they were wrong. It's not a big deal, and people make it like it is.
Yeah.
I think she meant bad deal. And yeah, I feel like if you can admit that you're wrong, I feel like I deserve apologies all the time when somebody do me wrong. And I feel like I deserve to give people apologies too.
Yeah.
No, bro. Listen, bro. Yeah. When you apologize to people,
yeah,
and you admit that you're wrong and stuff, it clears your own self, bro. If you're a type of person that you hold in and everybody wrong, everybody in the world will be wrong to you. Nobody never did you good, but you always did them good. No, bro, I gotta be the type of person I gotta apologize because I want to be a good person.
Yeah, sisters, boy. Yeah, they apologize,
but you don't know if it's real.
Exactly.
But it's some people that really won't apologize, bro. If you have to force a person to apologize to you, if you have to force and they can't come out and apologize on their own, you need to leave. You got to go. You got to run for real. I feel like, man, like, I don't know, like the type of music we consuming in the world, bro, is toxic. The shows and everybody.
That period word. I'm about what?
You tired of the period?
That period.
And it's period. Hey, mom. But
I'm about tired of hearing that.
But I feel like, man, it just we consume so much negativity, and it's like. Whenever we hear positivity or anything that's positive, we push that away because we so used to getting nothing but negative vibes in our life.
Exactly, and what's a real apologize? You know, everybody got different ways of apologizing, like cook meals, gifts.
No, when they say I am sorry, nigga, I am sorry.
So she come to you with a meal, baby, I'm sorry.
That's great. That's a great apology. As long as she say I'm sorry, she say she said she did something wrong, and she said, "Oh, you gonna come over here and see me?" No, that's not an apology. No,
I'm like the chicken still kind of dry.
Patty said, "When it comes down to it, we have to live with ourselves. I want a clear conscience and have peace within me." Big facts. I love that. That was super dope.
Okay. All right.
Miss Hattie said my ex wanted to pick and choose what he apologized for it. That ain't what we doing.
He said pick and choose.
Hey, listen, bro. I feel like we all have, but I feel like we got to learn. Like everybody, I feel like even the kids deserve apologies. Mm-hmm. People we know we did wrong. If you have a clear conscience and you really care about people, and I feel like people don't really care about people. But when you really care about somebody, you apologize because you don't want to make them feel so any kind of way. Yeah. And I feel like people just think like we can go through like, oh yeah, oh that's my homeboy, I don't have to apologize. No, if that's your homeboy, you love that man like a brother, then you apologize to him. Yeah. Right, and we can't keep going around treating people like that. Mm-hmm. Because then when you get cut off and you wonder why, oh, you don't got no friends, right. Because you're not a good person. Yeah. And I feel like if you don't got no friends, if the person you talk to don't got one friend, and they might not be a good person. If you don't got like if you can't keep,
I don't think so, dude.
Bruh,
Yeah,
you don't
right.
have one friend.
Yeah, one friend.
You work at a job, you don't got one friend. You don't have one friend. You grew up in the neighborhood. I can see you just moved somewhere, but you don't got one friend, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know if I trust you. Well, I don't know. That's just me. But we want to thank y'all for coming on the show, bro. Hey, DJ, get the beat ready. It's Friday Night Live.
I can't even.
Every Friday at 8:30, we do our live. We just come out here and talk about real life and everything else. We would like for y'all to share. Come on every Friday and just have these conversations. However y'all want to do it. Y'all want to if y'all want to inbox us any kind of conversation y'all want to talk about, we ready for it.
Inbox us, man. For real. Don't be afraid.
Yeah, we got Nobody Favorite podcast on YouTube, Instagram. Check us out. Hey, we like that. But Nobody Favorite. Alright, baby. Cut it up.
Hey, B.
Oh,
Dang, what happened?
what happened? Okay, Miss Patty said, this negative and positive thing is not reality to me. Most things in life are not positive. Life is hard, period. Now you react to the negative is on a whole different level. Big fact, big fact.
Right.
Yeah.
I wanted to read that before we get on there.
That's what you want to do? That's what you telling me? That's what you telling me?
Yeah.
Hey.
Roll another one.
We about to go. We enjoy it. Turn it up.
Hey, B.
Make some noise.
Make some noise.
Turn up. Yeah. Turn up. Yeah. Yeah. Nobody favorite. Highly favorite. Stay in, stay out. Play now. Home run, playground. Stay down. I'm from the city, 704. I don't play around. Already know I am the man. And you know how we get it. Amen.
Amen. Close it out. Close the scene. Close the curtain. Know what it be. Know how to see.
Yeah.
2020 vision. But that's last year. We on the 2021.
Yeah.
Savage is really on the beat. Yeah, I said, man, enjoy y'all night. Have a beautiful night. Eat good. Sleep good. Enjoy your wife. Enjoy your husband. Enjoy your boyfriend. Enjoy life.